Across the UK, on DAB digital radio, on the free Times Radio app, and via your smart speaker. The Evening Edition with Kait Borsay on Times Radio.
Matthew Richards joins us at 8:30. That is Far Away Shore. It's composed by Matthew and released as part of a new album that he's written after appearing on Channel 4's The Piano. He may not have won the competition, but the musician who has a day job as a piano tuner and is registered blind will tell us all about learning to play at the age of 5 by listening and feeling the music. Now, the time is 8:38. Matthew Richards, who has a day job as a piano tuner and is registered blind, wowed viewers on Channel 4's show The Piano when he performed this piece in Birmingham's Grand Central Railway Station. Judges Lang Lang and Mika were impressed with Matthew's skills when he played his own piece, Tide of Dreams, which inspired him to release an album of his own. Pleased to say that Matthew joins us now on Times Radio. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Kate. Thank you so much for having me on the programme.
Absolute
really
pleasure.
it.
What's it like for you, Matthew, hearing that on national radio, hearing the culmination of your efforts and of your passion over so many years?
It's absolutely surreal. It's been a really surreal experience since being on the show The Piano. And it's crazy how it came around, actually, because I work as a piano tuner and I had a phone call from the production team originally asking me about, do I know anything about the pianos at the train stations? I'm sure some of your listeners have seen them on the tracks.
Yeah.
And I was explaining about myself that I play as well. And they said, come to an audition in Manchester. So I came along and played a mixture of different pieces of music, but they liked the composition, Tide of Dreams, that I played. And they said, we'd like to feature that on the programme. So went to Birmingham, and it was just like the programme. You didn't know that Mika or Lang Lang were secretly watching. And,
did you not?
did not know at all. The thrill is just, can't put it into words, to play that in front of the public. And just hearing it now on your show is just absolutely surreal experience.
Yeah. I had no idea that you'd been called in to tune the pianos in the railway stations and not to perform at all. It is very funny how life works out sometimes. I wonder, you're a piano tuner for your day job as well, in case no one had got that. And I wondered whether there'd always been an ambition for you to create your own music for public consumption, or whether you were really happy being a piano tuner. You didn't really think about sharing your music further, or aspiring to releasing music like this.
Yeah, it's crazy how it came around. I mean, since a young age, I've always had a passion for music, and my parents have always had, one of the old-fashioned music centres with the records and the cassettes. And
a stacked stereo, do you mean?
Yeah, that's it. A stacked stereo. Yeah, that's right. They used to just play everything under the sun, really, all different types of music. That inspired me to play the piano. And I was 5 years old when I wanted to take it up, and there was a local piano teacher. His name was Stephen Reed, and he's become a true friend of mine over the years. And I owe him that much thanks, really, because he hadn't taught anybody visually impaired before. We developed a system of learning, because I can't see to sight read the music. And this was like in the early 1990s. So it used to be on cassette tape, where I used to get him to record the right and the left hand, sort of parrot fashion, play it back, you see.
As in, you would have to, you've probably got perfect pitch, have you? And you'd have to listen, yes. So you'd listen to the left side and the right side through a cassette player, and because you've got perfect pitch, you'd then replicate that on the piano.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, one of my party pieces is sort of if someone clinks a wine glass, or if the vacuum cleaner's on or something, sort of just name the notes, But it's always.
I wish I had a wine glass here, Matthew. I'm just having a look to see if I can strike a note on anything, but we won't. So tell me about then. So that's how you learnt the piano.
That's how I learned.
Was your visual impairment there from birth? Were you born with it?
Yes, since birth. I've been partially sighted since birth. So it's a condition called folds in the retina. So if you imagine like a vertical line going down the centre of the retina, and nobody knows the reason why. It's not hereditary or anything like that. It's just always been the case. But when I was 13, I actually lost the sight in my right eye. One of the folds actually ruptured. But so I'm registered blind now. But it hasn't affected the piano playing. You know, I've always just sort of carried on. But actually, when I left school, I went to college originally to do music technology. And it just happened I had a piano tuning department at that same college. I thought I fancied having a go at that. So it was a complete sort of career change, really. You know, so I've ended up doing music as a job, you know, which is, you couldn't ask for better, yeah.
And what about the desire to get your music out there? I know you love your job as a piano tuner. I've watched you on some videos doing it, and you know you absolutely love it. But was there always the ambition to get the music out there?
Yes, very much so. I mean, I've always wanted to perform and write music for programs, you know, film scores or television, radio. And just to get my music out there, it's a dream coming true, really.
Yeah.
It's something I've always had a passion for.
We heard a bit of one of your tracks there. The album's called Tide of Dreams, and it has a theme of the sea. And I just wondered where that connection had come from, the sea.
Yes, since a young age, me and the family always used to go to Wales, a place called Tenby in Wales, Pembrokeshire way. And one of the earliest memories of me is actually just looking out to the sea and the waves, you know, seeing the waves crashing on the beach. And Tide of Dreams symbolises that for me. It's a really personal piece that depicts all the events through life for me, but it's a continuous journey even now. So as the tide continues to flow throughout the land, that's like the journey of my life continuing. So it's really symbolic.
I've spent not many a summer holiday, but I have holidayed in Tenby, so I get you completely. The album, the songs on the album are orchestrated, aren't they? So tell me what it was like seeing your compositions put to other instruments.
Yes, so I've always been into experimenting with composition, and when I was 12 years old, it used to be on a really old-fashioned computer, you know, at the time. It was this piece of music software, and I discovered how to create like bass parts and string parts and things. It was just all experimentation. And so what you're hearing on the album is me playing all those instruments.
Oh, it's you, is it? All of them?
It's all me, yeah. So it's all arranged and played by myself. Just experimenting over the years, and a passion for music technology as well. Managed to form it all together. I just can't believe how it's turned out, actually. You know, it's really thrilled by it.
It is an amazing story, and I wish you all the best with this. I know that. Are you carrying on with the piano tuning whilst all this is going on?
Still doing the piano tuning, but also composing music as well. So if there's anybody out there, like I say, who's after some music, you know, just get in contact.
I love it. Yeah, why not? Put it out there. I absolutely commend you, and congratulations on the album as well. You've had a terrific journey, and I think you absolutely love your music, and you can tell, and it feels like a joy to hear it as well. I do have a final challenge for you, Matthew. Someone has given me a glass. I don't know whether this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Ready? So this is the test of Matthew's perfect pitch, everyone. Right, okay, let's go. I'm going to try it.
I can't hear that, actually, Kate, over Zoom. It's cancelled. It cancels out.
Does it? We are over Zoom, so that may be why. Hang on. I'm going to try and beat it again.
Okay. It's not coming through, I'm afraid, Kate. Oh, it's terrible.
Matthew. Next time we will do it in person.
And
I'm not going to sing it back to you, as has been suggested by my producer, Anne-Marie. No one wants to hear my notes live on the radio, that's for sure. We will stick to yours instead. Matthew Richards, thanks so much for joining us on Times Radio. It's a pleasure to speak to you. The album is called Tide of Dreams. And where's it available, Matthew? Where can people download it or find it?
Yes, sure. It's available on all streaming platforms. If you search for Matthew James Richards, Tide of Dreams, it will come up. And you can also find me on, if you do a Google search for Matthew James Richards, Tide of Dreams, you'll find all my social media links on there as well.
Best of luck from us, Matthew. Thanks so much for speaking to us.
It's a pleasure, Kate. Thank you so much indeed.
Cheers. Bye now. Oh, brilliant. Love it. When we come back, we're going to be taking a sneak peek inside tomorrow's paper.